Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 6th to the 12th of August 2018. We had very little movement last week, so lots of stillness, lots of space to go in and really connect with the true essence of being that we are, as life often has us planning and reaching outwards and needing to know where we're going. There has been a lot of confusion and a lot of resistance to that because we want to control with the mind. But we're coming out of a week now where we've had little choice but to go really deep within and reconnect with who we actually are now and who we've always been, and to get rid of the plan long enough to recenter. So this week that theme continues, but on Monday we have Venus moving into Libra. Now, Venus is at home in Libra, it's grace through air, so very creative and fluid, appreciating space, sound, light, colour, and all the things that we love. On the same day we have Sun square Jupiter, so I feel here it's a wonderful day to explore our strength, but the gentleness that resides inside. Because strength is often given to us in the outside world as brute force or dominating over something, and yet real strength has grace, has gentleness, and has flow. So that's the walking meditation for Monday. Within strength, great gentleness resides. And this goes very well with the theme of getting to know our essential selves, because it's not about anybody else. It's about knowing that we are strong, but we're strong enough to be gentle with ourselves, to be compassionate with others, and to connect to all the beauty and the creativity within, without needing to show off or compete or compare ourselves in any way. By Tuesday, Uranus turns retrograde, and I feel that we've had a great holding pattern here because a lot of the outer planets now are in their retrograde phase, and with Saturn and Pluto those will begin to go direct in September and October respectively, which is when we'll start to feel some form of forward motion again, but from deep within. But with Uranus turning retrograde, this is always an interesting one. So we think we know, we think we've got it, we think we understand, and then something comes along and gives us a new perspective. This new perspective will be designed to show us our greater possibilities. So a very useful retrograde here if we've been seeing ourselves too small or within a certain paradigm or perspective. Then when Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus, and will go back into Aries as well for a final tour there, then we're going to start to see ourselves in a different light. And I feel that a message may come out of the blue to be the catalyst for this process on Tuesday. This will be personal as well as on a society level, because Uranus works on both. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of news we have coming out this week as we head towards an eclipse as well. Wednesday and Thursday, there's a feeling of completing an energy cycle. So as this process of stopping long enough to really centre and get to know ourselves and not doing and thinking and planning, we've now got enough space, we've now got enough distance to see where we can cut away areas where we've wasted our effort, where we haven't been appreciated and rewarded as a result of our efforts, and to examine our worth. So instead of all the busyness, instead of all the control and forward thinking, can we have a look at our lives on Wednesday and Thursday to see, where do I put my energy? What am I caring about? What am I focusing on? And is that actually bringing the rewards and the appreciation and the value as a result? And if not, then where can I strip that down and again recenter to know my own worth and to come from that place, to see that worth reflected back from the outside world. On Thursday we have the Sun meeting with Mercury, so this is often said to be a confusing day as Mercury's energies are overpowered by the Sun, but I haven't really felt that to be the case because Mercury is our insight. So it could be the case if you're looking and relying on rational thinking, but with Mercury as our insight, then this can be a day when we really get it, when we really get to the point of the issue, and we can shine a light on our thought processes, we can observe ourselves, we can be the observer of our thoughts. And when it comes to completing an energy cycle, we can refine and define, learn to respect our time and our inspiration. and make the subtle changes to make our lives more effortless. So that's very much the theme going through this week, because by the time we get to Friday, Saturday, we're looking at the new moon in Leo, which is a partial solar eclipse. So on Friday we'll start to feel the stirrings of that, what's going on behind the scenes under the dark moon. We'll be able to see into the darkness and feel into the darkness and sense some of the changes that are coming. So a very high day for intuition on Friday. Then by Saturday at 10:57 UK time, we have the new moon at 18 degrees Leo. And this is part of an eclipse cycle which takes us back to January. So we had Leo and Aquarius eclipse in January, February, and we've had Leo and Aquarius eclipses in July and August. They work in pairs across a 6-month pattern. So we don't rush out to set intentions on eclipse days. Instead, we reflect on the journey that we've taken and the lessons that we've learnt. This has been a year of releasing the density, of bringing up mental and emotional patterns that we've been holding on to, possibly over lifetimes, generations, and even through our roots and ancestry. And much has come up under the month of Cancer to be held, to be studied, to be dissolved, so that we feel lighter. So we can reflect on this journey that we've taken, which is helping us to clear some space so we can get to that central point of who we really are, our divine essence, and start to live from that sacred space. Eclipses can bring surprises, and this goes very well with the potential message out of the blue on Tuesday. That could be the setup for the revelations that we may experience from this solar eclipse. And Leo Aquarius is very much about ourselves and where we are as individuals in the collective, the raising of consciousness when we learn to shine our own light and not go with the group, but contribute to the group by shining our own light. Then it feels that out of the darkness some clarity and validation will spring forwards, again on a personal and transpersonal level. And we can look back to the intuitions that we had on Friday, and we might see that what we suspected or what we intuited is brought out to light by this Leo eclipse. So slightly more action this week as we complete a couple of energy cycles, as we connect really deeply within, as we value our time and our energy and our worth, and as we let go of a lot that we've been holding on to that isn't ours, the density that drags us down, in order that we can connect much more purely and simply to who we truly are as essential beings. And that's reflected out in the world as we see things come up for inspection and release as well. I do offer coaching on a physical, mental, emotional and spiritual level, so that you can explore what you're holding on to and what you're ready to release. And I have a number of tools and techniques to help you do that, so please do contact me if you'd like to dive deep at this perfect time and explore your own paradigm and where you can liberate yourself from anything that's limiting. If you appreciate these horoscopes, then please feel free to share and subscribe, and if you'd like to have this information for your website or your newsletter or your blog, then please do feel free to contact me to arrange how you can do that. If you'd like to show your appreciation with a donation, then my PayPal account is connected with my email account, zoehines7@gmail.com, and any donations would be accepted with great appreciation. It's an honour to be able to do this, and I do love to give freely. So if you'd like to come for some coaching or a one-to-one reading, explore any of my products, then my website is astrozo.com. You can connect with me on Facebook at astrozo, Instagram at zoehines7, or email me zoehines7@gmail.com, and I'd love to connect with you. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week.